guys like the color I chose. Probably screaming at me through the camera right now. We'll see if I regret it later. Yeah, I figured it out. I have done this before. Today's like the best day. All I have planned is like filming and knitting. Do you see something? Do you see something? Okay, this side's not terrible. I just like really don't want it. We're finished. Almost finished. Hi friends, it's Melanie and welcome to today's knitting video. We're back with another knitting video, which means I have not given up on the hobby of knitting yet, which I am proud of. I didn't think I was going to after my last knitting video, but if you guys saw that one, it was a journey. But I'm determined in this project video to be more successful, and we are working on a summer knit, so it should be easier and very beginner friendly, so hopefully this goes well. But today we're knitting my very first spring summer piece. I think I've only made sweaters before. Sweaters, beanies, scarves, those things, so I'm really excited for this piece. But this is the perfect video to pick up your needles and yarn or whatever project you're working on, and as always, let me know in the comments what you guys are doing or what you're working on during this video, because I love hearing about your projects. But other than that, I'm so excited to start this project. So let's hop into the video and my new summer tank top. Guys, I am so excited for this video. I feel like I haven't knit in kind of a little while. I don't know why. I was sewing, I was painting, I was even crocheting, but I haven't knit in a bit and I miss it. I talked about it in one of my recent videos though, but my hands were kind of hurting, so I was taking a little bit of a break, but we are back. I just got my yarn order in. I am excited for this, but at the same time, it's kind of sad because I feel like this is my actual transition out of Joann's yarn. Well, one, because I don't have a choice since they're closing, but also like I'm adulting or something. I am excited to see how this looks. I hope you guys like the color I chose. Oh, it does look good. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. We all know butter yellow has been the color of the season, and I have been itching to purchase some butter yellow. I said, girl, I need to calm down. I need to like not hop on that so fast and like turn my whole wardrobe into butter yellow, but I did say I allowed myself to make something in butter yellow. Is this not the most perfect shade? I was a little worried about it, but this is, I'll just show you. I don't know how to say any of it. This is the yarn I'm using. I bought 4 spools of it. I still don't really know how to do knitting math, like calculating how much yarn I need, so let's hope this is enough. But this is a linen, viscose, and cotton yarn. It feels very nice. It feels like it'll be a great light summer top. So I am so excited to see how this works up. My first time ordering from Wool & Co. I will say this yarn came super fast, which was promising because I was such a hater on online yarn shopping, but I will say this matches the picture pretty identically. And like, yeah, you can't touch it, but it's like the next best thing. They have such a good variety. All right. Oh, did I even tell you what I'm making? No, I didn't. We are gonna be making the Sabai or Sabai top. I don't really know how to pronounce it. There's 2 versions of it. There's this one that has like a ribbing on top, and then there's also this one that's just a very simple kind of like looser neck, thicker strap tank top silhouette. And this is a low difficulty pattern, so hopefully it'll work out for me, by Suzanne Mueller. I will link it in the description, of course, but we're gonna get started right now. We are gonna try as hard as possible. Of course, I'm always trying, but we're gonna try so hard to follow the directions here and not make any mistakes. So not leaving room for error. We're going to knit out the gauge swatch, and I'm not gonna make the mistake that I made last time, which was taking the pre-block measurement. That was a little silly of me. Never doing that again. Let's just get out our needles and start with our gauge swatch. I don't want to be difficult when I literally just started this video and this project, but I just made my gauge swatch. I'm really nervous to measure it because it doesn't look right, and it also looks too loose. I didn't even block it or anything, so like whatever. It's supposed to be 4 inches by 4 inches. I probably have to do it again with different needles. Probably my own fault because I didn't use the yarn she recommended, but I used a very similar yarn. Like it's made of the same stuff, so I thought it would be fine, but I don't know, maybe it's still different. Oh, holy cow, it's way longer than 4 inches. What in the, let me make sure I read this right. Supposed to be 4 inches by 4 inches. What am I doing wrong? I must be doing something very wrong. 4mm needles, that's what I'm doing. I don't know what's going on, but I will have to size down my needles a heck of a lot. But I was watching some TikTok tutorials on how to make gauge swatches because I felt like I was doing something wrong. They were saying that you should do more than what they say to on the gauge, like have purling, I think it's called a garter stitch, like basically around the whole perimeter, so that like mine is so curly it's kind of hard to measure. That also just seems a bit excessive. Like then I'm just making more work for myself. Should I do it? I kind of don't want to, but maybe not this time. But I will redo this. I'm gonna redo this and size down. These are US 6s. I'm gonna size down to a US 4, which seems like a lot, but this is a full like 1.5 inches too big, and you can see how loose it is. So I'm gonna redo my swatch, which is unfortunate because I've been working on this. We can't think about it like that, guys. We can't. Guys, I'm genuinely at a bit of a loss. I redid my swatch with a full size down of needles. I also realized I literally bought the same yarn that she recommends using, and tell me why I still can't meet gauge. This, it's supposed to be a 4x4 inch square after blocking, right? This is 4x4 before blocking, and it still looks loose. I've like reflected on it a little, and I think maybe I'm just like not doing the right tension with my knitting technique or something. I don't know. I'm so sorry, and I might screw myself over with this because, you know, I said I was gonna like try to do this perfectly. I mean, of course I'm always trying, but these are the smallest needles I have. This might be the mistake of the whole video, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna knit down a size. I was thinking I was gonna knit a small. Ideally, I like things, even tank tops, a little bit larger, so I would even be fine with a medium, but I'm gonna knit the size of an extra small, and I figure it'll just grow. Yeah, so this might be a mistake. That's what we're doing. Probably screaming at me through the camera right now, but we're gonna start on this pattern and we'll see if I regret it later. Won't even lie, I felt a little silly, a little foolish admitting that to you, and maybe I'm being really rash with this decision, but some part of me just feels like this will have to work out. I'm so delusional when I knit. I'm like just too excited to start this. Let's see how we start. I have not much for the rest of the day planned because I finished editing my video for this week. I hate to admit this. I don't know when this started happening, but I usually kind of push it off and am scrambling and finish it the night before I upload, and I try to upload on Saturday mornings. But this time I finished editing the whole thing yesterday on a freaking Wednesday. That's like such progress for me. Today, all I'm doing is the thumbnail and the finishing touches and like linking stuff and uploading it. But other than that, the day is pretty much wide open for me to knit, which is perfect. I already don't know how to do this. We're doing a long tail cast on. I knew how to do that at one point, but I need to relearn how to do that. And then I need to use a stitch marker. Are you kidding me? I forgot how to do that too. Let me look how to do a long tail cast on.
Sleeves on this knit tutorial, I'm gonna casting on with your tail hanging in the front. And then spread your thumb and your fork.
Okay, you know what? That wasn't so bad. Yeah, I figured it out. I have done this before. So I have to do 104 of these, which I actually need to concentrate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Already like 10th of the way there. All right, I moved to the couch. I now have my 104 stitches cast on with the long tail method. My tail is really long. Now it's time to start using the stitch markers, and we're going to knit our first round, I think. I've just been working stockinette in the round. Where the pink stitch markers are, I've been doing increases for the shoulders, but it's been pretty repetitive so far because we're just building like the top part. I think I have my little routine down. I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing for like 5 more rows. So I think I'm gonna put on some YouTube and just keep working at it. I don't know, guys. Doing stockinette makes me so sleepy. I feel like I need to be actually engaged, like speaking to someone, or else I like literally am falling asleep as I'm doing it. Which sounds so dramatic because I like doing it. It just makes me sleepy. Guys, it's been maybe an hour, I don't know. Time doesn't exist when I'm knitting, but I finished the, I think it's called the neckline part in the pattern. I have all the increases and we're gonna separate the front and the back, but I think I'm gonna take a little break for now. I am hoping to work on this more today. I do in fact have some other things to do, but can you imagine this as my neckline? Let me just say too, the color of this is looking so darling. I will say my stitches look a lot better when I'm just doing stockinette in the round versus when I'm doing stockinette as a swatch. I think that has to do with my gauge when I'm like purling versus when I'm knitting. I don't really know how to fix that though, but this looks way better than what it was looking like in my swatch, which I'm grateful for because I'm gonna have a whole top of this. Guys, it's the next morning. Last night I was able to knit a little bit more. I didn't get quite as much done as I thought I was going to. Story of my life. But hey, you know what? I'm not actually on a timeline at all for this. So I was able to get to the next step, which was separating the front and back. So right now I believe we're working the back and I'm at the point where I'm not increasing anymore. I'm just going back and forth stockinette, and I really dread this part because I have to purl. I can't wait to get in the round so it's just knitting because I feel like my purling is so bad and my stitches look kind of not the most amazing. They've gotten a lot better, honestly. Believe it or not, this is the better. So the front side is being held on a string right now and we're just working back and forth. I think I have like 6 out of 40 rows done or something. So it's gonna be mindless knitting for a while, which I actually am so excited for. Today's like the best day. All I have planned is like filming and knitting. It's the best. So I'm gonna put on some YouTube. I'm gonna knit back and forth. We're gonna see how much we get done with this part today. I actually have no concept of how long a tank top will take to knit up because obviously like I don't have to make sleeves or anything like I do for a sweater, but this yarn is a lot thinner, so. Later, but amazing news. We have made it to the next part of our pattern, which is going to be separating this, and we're just going to work the other side to make it match. So this is the entire neck part. It's supposed to measure 7.9 inches and mine's like a little bit longer than that. It's looking pretty good and I'm almost done with this first spool of yarn. I was working on this on and off for most of the day, but I feel like this is a good 1/4 of the way into the project. So out. I'm excited. It's all been like pretty simple and repetitive, so the next part will be very mindless. After that, I presume we just do the body. So right now I'm feeling pretty good about this. Hi friends! Do you see something? Do you see something? Hey, I'm wearing my knit project for the very first time. This is the cloud sweater from one of my other videos because I started forcing myself to get dressed even though I like work from home and sometimes I literally don't leave my apartment. But starting this new series for my short form where I like actually get dressed, I think it'll be really good for me and it'll be good for my closet too because I have so much clothes, and the thing is I continue to shop and thrift, but I feel like I leave my apartment less and less. But I wanted to do a little chat and update you guys. Crazy beautiful progress with this top. We have the front and back neck portion, so I think the next step is gonna be connecting down here. Maybe not, because this does not seem big enough to be an armhole, but I'm almost done with the front side. It's a little concerning because my front side looks so much better and so much neater than my back side, so I'm still like figuring things out. But that's what I've been working on this weekend and we've made really solid progress. I think that this top is working pretty quickly, which I'm so happy about. Like, I don't know whether or not to be happy about this because look how neat this front side looks. Like, I'm very proud that I've improved during this project, but oh my gosh. Okay, this side's not terrible. Was it this side? Oh yeah. Then we look at this and it's like, ooh, okay. That doesn't matter though, because that will be in the back, so no one will be looking at it. I am connecting the front and the back, and I was just reading the pattern, and after this, all I do, for better or for worse, is knit stockinette until it's as long as I want it to be. We're connecting the front and back, which means I'm also gonna switch out my, what is this called again? My cord. I'm gonna switch out for a longer connector thingy, which makes me giggle because, guys, if you saw the video where I was making this, I did not know that you had to tighten these. And like, imagine if I was still knitting with my needles loose. Guys, I was hand tightening those every like 10 stitches. And sometimes they would actually fall off, like the needle would disconnect from the cord, and it was very dangerous for my products. I actually cannot believe that I did not think something was wrong there. We're connecting our front and back now. It's just so sweet. Wow, we have come a long ways. Thank you for sticking with me. And thank you if you ever gave me any advice or tips. I swear, guys, you made such a big difference. Okay, how do I connect this now? This might be a process. I don't know if this is the proper way to do it, but I'm gonna put, okay, so this one's already on a cord being held with those little stopper things. I'm gonna put this one on a cord, or I mean, leave it on this cord, but put the little stoppers on. And then I'm gonna attach the needle to my new longer cord and thread it through the whole thing. I don't really know what I'm doing. Guys, all I'm gonna say is I actually have a really good feeling about this top. Okay, one thing. I hope the armpits aren't too small. I hope it's not too tight because I did the whole weird thing with the gauge swatch. I think it'll fit. It'll like fit no matter what, but it might just be like a little more form-fitting than I imagined it to be. And if that's the case, that's also my own fault. But I think no matter what, it will be wearable. But I think I love this pattern. It worked up pretty quick, and I think this is gonna be my summer top. Like, I can already foresee myself making more of these. And this top came in 2 different versions. One where there's like ribbing at the top and maybe at the bottom, I don't quite remember, but I thought that one was super cute too. But I just started off with this one because I like the simple, completely plain look of this one, since it's a fun color. But I could see myself doing the ribbing one if I just make it like black or white, like a very staple top. I also, when I was making this, I was deciding between this butter yellow or like a kind of limey green. I guess I was kind of craving something a little bit more unique with this one, especially because it's not a super high stakes project. Since it was just a tank top, I was more willing to experiment with a more fun colored yarn, because like when I was making this sweater and I was spending so much time on it, I really wanted it to be a color that I knew I would wear. Not to say that I'm not gonna wear this butter yellow, because I think I'm actually going to a lot, but you know what I'm saying. It's just not like a staple wardrobe color for me. But I do actually still want to make that kind of green limey colored top. I don't know if I want it to be like this top for sure. I just kind of want to make something in that color because I feel like I don't see it a lot in stores, so it would be fun to make it. So maybe that will be one of my next projects. But I also don't know, guys, because if I just film this. Y'all might not want to watch another video of me knitting the exact same thing. I don't know if this video or these project videos are more for the purpose of just having someone to craft with, or if you guys want to see me knitting cool and exciting things, because I could also see myself just making multiple of these, and that might be kind of boring for you guys. I don't know if I'm doing this correctly. It takes me so long to do this, but I transferred it all onto my new needle. This is what she's looking like, and we're gonna connect it now, and then we're basically just on the body, which is gonna be so repetitive, but I kind of love that. Have successfully connected the front and back panels, and so now literally all we're doing is knitting stockinette all the way down until it's our desired length. So we'll see how long this takes, but cue the stockinette montage. Guys, it honestly feels like it's been so long since I've updated you on this top. And that is because we've just been doing stockinette in the round, making the body torso of this, and that's basically what we're doing the rest of the time. But I just finished off my second spool of yarn. I have 2 more, and by the looks of it, I'm probably going to only need 1 of them, and I might even have some left over from this one. So I'm gonna think of something small and cute, maybe like a headband that I can make out of the rest of this yarn. I really wasn't expecting to have extra, but I guess I just don't know how to do the math with stuff. So here we are. This is what it's looking like. I especially don't think I'm gonna use all the yarn because I'm probably not gonna make this a super full length tank top. I like things a little bit mid length. Since I just finished off that spool of yarn, I put my little end cap things on, and I think now is the perfect time to try it on, which I'm a little bit nervous for because what if it's too tight? I'm honestly surprised I waited this long. Surprised I didn't do it like as soon as I had the armholes ready. Let's go try this on. All right, so unfortunate update. I literally tried to try this on and I realized the cord that's around it is too tight. Like I could barely get this around my big ol' head, but I want to try it on. I don't know what to do. I mean, I know that I could transfer this onto like a thread and try it on. I just like really don't want to. Is there a way I can get around this? Let me think of something, because I do not want to transfer this onto a different cord. I'm just being lazy. You know what, guys? I really hate to admit this to you because it just really shows how lazy I am, but I'm just not gonna try it on. I'm just gonna keep going because honestly, if it is, like, it will fit me, but if it's too tight, like, what am I gonna do, not finish it? Now that I'm saying it, that sounds a little stupid. Okay, wait. Oh my gosh, guys, be proud of me. I cut it out. I stopped being lazy. Not that it really would have mattered too much because it seems like this is fitting just fine. The armholes could be like a little lower, but honestly, I think it'll be fine, especially when I block it. But oh my gosh, I'm seeing it come to life, which is so exciting. I will say that trying it on made me realize that I have a lot more length to go than I thought I did, but that's okay. I really haven't been minding it. Probably because I know mentally I don't need to make sleeves or anything after that, but also, can we give a shout out to this color? It is so pretty. I'm so excited to wear it for spring and summer. And honestly, also good I tried it on because I think I'm a lot more motivated to finish it now since I'm so excited to wear it and I know that it fits. is quite an exciting moment because I'm going to slip at least half of this cord off so that I can try the top on again. I'm pretty hopeful that I'm very close to finishing this. I measured it and I think it's supposed to be like 18.5 inches and I'm at about 16. I do like my shirts not cropped, but I feel like I have a little bit of a shorter torso, so I would rather check it right now so that I'm not knitting for no reason and undoing it because it's too long. I'm really excited for this. I want to finish it so that I can wear it because it's definitely tank top weather, and I've already been brainstorming what color yarn I want to get next because I definitely want to make more of these, especially in the other option with like the rib neckline and everything. I'm trying to decide if I want to go straight into knitting another one of these or if I want to knit something in between. Is it like that for you guys? Sometimes I feel like I need a little palette cleanser or something, which sounds really dramatic because I'm basically doing the same thing anyways. All right, hopefully I gave myself enough room. Holding it up, it actually looks like it might be a little shorter than I thought it was, but let's go try this on. All right, here we go. I want to make sure that I don't pull this thread out. That would be devastating. Ooh, maybe this is long enough. I also anticipating it stretching out a little once I block it. I think ideally, see if I had like low-rise pants, ideally I would want it to cover my belly button, which I think it might. So, good thing I tried it on. It's looking really cute. I think I might want to knit maybe like 4 or 5 more rows. I'll say 4. Yeah, maybe 4, 3. But the shape of it is so cute. I think I'm liking it a lot. Not even gonna lie though, I don't know. I might not look that great in yellow, which is funny because I just knit a whole top in it. But I'm excited to wear this. Maybe it'll look better if I'm more tan. That's so exciting. That's my knitting update. This is how much yarn I have left. So I only use about 3 spools of this yarn to make a size extra small. So the plan is we'll do 4. Knit 4 more rows, bind off, and then weave in all the ends, and then block the sweater. Finish casting off, and I'm so excited to never have to thread a string through the bottom of this to try it on again. I was calling my mom for the past like hour or so while I was knitting the last couple of rounds for this, how much is left of my spool of yarn. So it seems like 3 spools of this yarn is perfect for a single top, which is awesome because I think it totaled like maybe $25 for this top, which I feel like is really good. I actually don't have a great concept of that, but that seems like a reasonable number to me. But I was calling my mom for the past hour or so and it just went by so quick. Like, it brings me back to all my little knitting challenges. Talking to someone while you knit or crochet, whether it's like FaceTime or call or, you know, in person knitting or crocheting with a friend, I swear it makes everything go so much faster. And I feel like that's kind of with all things. Like when I go on a walk by myself, even if I'm listening to good music, good book, versus if I go on a walk and I'm yapping with someone else, it goes by so much quicker. Last 3 stitches. I'm not excited to weave in all the ends on this top, but I am very excited to block it. Finished. I'm curious what it will look like post block with this kind of material. Would you look at that? It looks so much wider once it's off the needles. That's the deceiving thing. That's where I got confused with my cloud sweater, because, and it makes sense, when it was like kind of bunched together because it was on the needles, it seemed a lot smaller, but once it's out completely, it's like, oh, it's actually kind of wide. I don't know if the bottom of this is actually going to hold this kind of curl. Hopefully it doesn't, but we'll see once we block this. Let's try it on. Looking promising. I hope this little roll goes away, the little curl on the bottom. I'm not really loving that. I don't really know how to prevent that from happening, but I think I love it. Like the length and everything is perfect. It's like belly button length. Not too cropped, not too long. Will fall perfectly with some high-waisted pants. I'm so excited. Hopefully I'm going to weave in all the ends at some point today, and I want to block it maybe tomorrow or Friday. I don't know yet. We're finished. Almost finished. Hello friends, it's a new day and we are finally taking on the task of blocking our Sabai top. I'm not expecting it to come out too differently. I think this material is linen but like mostly cotton, so I feel like it might soften out the stitches a bit, but I don't think it'll change the shape too much. But either way, I'm excited to finish blocking this so that I can wear it. So let's get to blocking. My top soaking in here in cold soapy water. Gonna leave it for about 10 minutes and then we'll come wring it out softly, and then we'll move over to the towel to lay it out flat to let it dry overnight. So we have our shirt down here all laid out flat, and I'm just gonna leave it overnight to air dry, and I'll check back in with you tomorrow or whenever it's completely dry. I just love doing this part, not like the actual act of blocking, but just knowing that this is the final step is so rewarding. So excited to finally be able to wear this, and I'm already thinking about different colors I want to make it in because it was such a good project. Hello guys, it has been a couple of days, but I wanted to make sure that my top was fully dry, but it is now time to unpin it and it should be completely blocked. So let's go do that. I'm so excited to try it on. This is the moment. Oh my goodness. The collar looks a little weird right now because it's so flat, but I think it will roll a little bit more naturally after I like wear it out. But oh my goodness, this is just the most perfect, flattering little, like, I don't know what this neckline is even called, but I think it looks so good. I already want like 6 more of these in every single color. I am loving the butter yellow. Oh my goodness. I think blocking really helped the stitches too. They're looking a lot neater. This is gonna be my summer top. Like, I love it. I'm so happy with it. All right guys, but now that we're finished with this top, I'm gonna end off this project vlog here. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this project as we knit my first summer wardrobe piece, and I am so happy with how it turned out. I think I'm gonna buy some more of the same exact yarn so that I can make another one with the rib pattern because I love how this turned out. I can already tell this is probably gonna be one of my most worn pieces I've ever made because it's really comfy. It's the perfect fit. I'm just really happy about it, and it was also pretty simple to knit, so I'm so happy that I chose this pattern. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you were knitting or crocheting or doing anything along with me while you were watching, make sure to let me know in the comments. And other than that, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.